and welcome to Rerun Productions' first ever expedition into ice racing. Here we are now at Sanok in the southeastern corner of Poland. Probably 50 miles south of us is the Slovakian border, to give you some idea, and a further 100 kilometers to the east is Ukraine. We're right in the bottom corner. This is Sanok, a very small town, and was been selected by the promotion, Pavel Rushkovich, to hold an ice speedway meeting that was trialled last year, and the Sanok Cup was run. It was a very, very successful meeting, and this year he's been allocated, as well as the individual Sanok Cup, which has attracted a fantastic field of international class riders. He's also been allocated the UEM Championship, the European Championships, and gets to hold the semi-final on the Saturday, and on the Sunday the final to find the European champion. This track is a man-made track where it's a speed skating circuit normally, and Pavel Rushkovich discovered this on the internet and saw the shape and size was perfect for ice speedway racing, approached the local council, and they were very supportive at bringing a sport down to this small neighbourhood of Poland, a meeting that attracts television and nationwide press. And so the council was especially keen to bring the meeting back for a second year. And in this little region there are 3 of the big speedway clubs in Poland, and a lot of those fans, they do like their ice speedway as well. The big first division club of Rzeszów is just round the corner. That's where we landed on a Ryanair flight this morning. There is also Krosno, and not too far away the other big club, Tarnów, and so we expect a lot of big fans here today. There'll be a large number of colourful fans from those tracks, and I expect to see quite a few speedway faces. When we were here last year, there was quite a few of the Polish riders that ride in the British League. This meeting was an excellent spectacle last year, and some of the racing was top class. If we get anything like that this year, we're in for a real treat. Let's hope this is one of the highlights of the production for the Rerun Productions this year. Let's get on and get some racing. Well, hi there, Mark. You've had one of your best results I've seen, probably in your career, just a few weeks ago at Flims in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's really good in Flims. It all went really well, and it was a pleasure to be there, and it's perfect.
So coming into this meeting, just go through how much experience do you get on ice? As an English rider, obviously you get nothing in England. What's your typical winter?
The typical winter is like last season. It was 2 meetings and 1 3-day practice, and that is all you get track time. It's the biggest problem for the English is the track time. I know Graham feels the same way. You can't get enough time. It's impossible.
Yeah. And you expect to do this for a while, because with Graham moving on, we need somebody to keep our position on the calendar in the race meetings every year?
I don't think Graham would appreciate you saying he's moving on, but it's an old man sport a little. What with Poser still riding at nearly 60, so hopefully if I can keep fit and injury free, I can do a few more years, and it would be good to do it.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about your bike. What's the cost to you? Typical cost of a bike, and where do you get them from?
This bike cost nearly £4,500, and I bought it second hand from the Cooling. So most of the bikes we buy are second hand. To buy a new one is really extortionate, and there's not enough meetings to really repay the outlay on a bike, so it's a second-hand thing. And
looking behind you straight away now, there's some very, very special bikes that look very scientific. How much do you think they cost?
A damn sight more than mine did.
Right, all the best tonight. Hope you have a good one.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep. Well, I feel pretty privileged sitting here. This is the Pele, the Ayrton Senna of other sports. This is Per Olof Serenius Poser. You really are probably the biggest name in this sport.
I don't know just now. I'm not world championship, so. But okay, I'm riding 31 years, so everybody knows who I am.
Yeah, and you still got the enthusiasm to ride at the highest level.
Yeah, I like it. It's my hobby and it's fun. And when it's go well, I ride good.
Yeah. And can you remember, how did you first get into this sport? Was your family previously interested in the sport? How did you start?
First I riding enduro and road racing by sidecar. And after that I followed Kurt Wesson from Sweden to one quarterfinal in Berlin. And after that I said to him I will test that and see what's happened. So I buy a a frame from Tony Rickardsson's father. He building frame under that time, 1977, I think it was, 76 or 77. So I buy one frame, and after that I'm riding every year.
Yeah. And you were a fireman?
Yeah.
You get time off every winter to go and race?
Yeah. I'm working on Tuesday, so I going home. After this race, I going over to Insel for looking at the Swedish rider tomorrow and Sunday, and after that I go home and working on Tuesday.
Yeah. And obviously the highlight was winning that World Championship. I was actually there watching that.
Yeah, I hope so.
And what do you think of the setup here, Sanok? This is a pretty good track and organisation.
Yeah, I think it's very good track and good ice, so I think it can be a very good race here.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we see you on the podium at the end of the night. Thank you very much for the interview.
I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, Frankie Zorn, you're the big name. You won this meeting last year. This track seemed to suit you very much. I hear you've had a very good start to this season as well.
Yeah, very good start this season. We had 5 races and 4 winning, but 5 race, 5th race was a little bit mistake in the first heat. So big crash in Saalfeld in qualification. Normal is first place, no problem. So 4th place and 4 first place, and in Saalfeld and in qualification 3rd place.
Yeah. And you've moved on now. It's so hard when you go out to Russia for the other Western riders. Do you think this year you might be able to make some of those A finals?
Yeah, it's Russia is a very important station, so we must drive very hard. Yeah, but I think it's last year we had no good luck in the Grand Prix. We had no luck. For every point we have a big fight, and every time we was point same with one guy, and we go out to the B final. So, but anyway, 6 times 5 place. This is also a good result. And this year, yeah, we hope it's gonna be better.
Yeah. And what does Frankie Zorn do in the summer when he's not racing ice bikes?
Yeah, it's when you will go in front, it's a really hard job. So we make first time we make a little bit holiday, and then we had a team meeting. What we can do better on the bikes for next year, and so when you need some spare parts, some extra parts, you must order this very early. So maybe it takes 2 or 3 months. Then the new parts was ready, and yeah, we changed a little bit on the frame also.
Yeah. Your bike is covered right now in the pits. Is that so other people can't see your secrets?
No, it's yeah, the bikes is very nice, and yeah, the technical is a little bit serious.
Yeah. But it looks so professional in this pits. That bike looks space age. It looks something from the future.
Yeah, but in our country, I think it's all the time very hard to find some sponsors, and so the first thing is the bike must be very clean and very looking good. So we can found some the sponsors was interesting for that. Yeah.
Well, I hope you go very well tonight, and we'd like to see some of your famous wheelies when you win those races.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, all the best.
Okay.
Well, Graham Halsall, England's #1 ice racer without contest.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know really. They just get a bit older now. Every year it becomes a bit harder to do, or to carry on, should we say. So, I don't know. Maybe it's my last season, but I keep saying that. So.
And how many years now, and how did you get into this in the beginning?
I went on a training camp in the early 80s, I think, with T-Mill Tours. And so they offered us a place on, I think, the Wednesday, of Wednesday night. They offered me a place in the team, so, and I've been there ever since. But at least we were sort of like sponsored then, whereas now it's just, you just have to do it yourself, all off your own back. So, but
Yeah,
we're still hanging in.
and as well, you sometimes drive halfway across the world, Russian tracks. Some adventures you've been through.
Oh, it's a good experience. Good experiences, I think, you know. But it's different. But it is a different world out there. But as I say, that's with this sport, that's what you accept. But it's all like one big family, really. A lot of people all pull and help each other. So, you know, different nationalities. So.
And you run a plant hire business, and in the winter you just shut down, build up your van, fill it up, and off you go.
Well, there's not much to do in the winter, really. So, as I say, I tend to do this because it suits suits me better to do this than when I should be busy in the summertime, you know, doing some other sport. But I still do a bit of enduro still.
And you still get a buzz out of this after all these years now?
Yeah, it's always a buzz, I think. So.
You did pretty well here last year, so again, I hope you have another good one this year.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like the track here. It's same as Assen, which I tend to like, the long straights and tight bends, probably, I don't know. But yeah, I had a bit of trouble last year in the first heat. I didn't have enough wind in the front tyre, so it kept wanting to go straight. But I thought if I keep it open, it might just get round the corner. But if I shut the throttle, it definitely wouldn't have done, but it didn't go anyway, not in the first heat. But I had no practice at all last year, so I went to New Zealand, visit my daughter, so I had a month there, and then I came back about 2 weeks at home, and then here, so.
Well, I hope you do well tonight. We'll be watching out for you.
Yep, okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, Graham. All right, well, Antti Akko, Finland's top rider.
Yes.
You didn't ride here last year, did you? So this is the first time?
Yeah, this is first time in Sanok, yes.
Yeah, and what do you think? You did the practice yesterday?
I like this track very much. It was nice to drive.
Yeah. And how much opportunity to ride this winter? How many weeks have you been riding?
Not so much. Very bad winter. Even I live north of Finland and we don't have any ice over there.
So it's too warm?
Yeah, too warm.
Yeah. And so how many meetings is this for you now?
This is now, I think, 4th meeting. 4.
Yeah. And you're into the Grand Prix?
Yeah, for reserve. First day I'm reserve. Second day I can drive.
Yeah. So how big a drive is that? You drive all the way to Krasnogorsk?
Yeah, there's team final in Krasnogorsk. The first final is in Saransk.
Yeah, and it's very difficult out there. The Russians are so good.
Yeah, they are good, but everybody can beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you have a very good meeting tonight. We'll be looking out and watching you.
Thank you.
Okay. Mario Kreklau, Germany's one of the top riders. You've been riding how many years now?
International, I was riding 10 years right now. So it's right now 10 years, but I was first time on a European championship in Russia.
Yeah. And you go over to Sweden, I see you ride in the Swedish leagues?
Yeah, I've been riding there since I started ice racing in the Liga in Sweden. First year is in the second, and then we go up in the first Liga. And so last year I changed from Östersund up to Örnsköldsvik, and so this is the most races that I did is in Sweden, and the European and some open meetings.
Yeah. And how much racing have you managed to get in so far this season?
Well, this year was very difficult for me because in the beginning there was no ice, never, and I have to work as well. I'm not a professional. That's why when I was free there was no ice, and then I have to go straight ahead to the first race without any practice. And so last week it was only one race in Sweden, and this is my second race.
Yeah. So. And how much would you say your bike would cost in euros? Give me some idea.
Oh, this is the old one, so this is not so expensive anymore. But if you buy a new one, all the good stuff, the best things, and then you'll be, I think, 15,000 euros, maybe more.
Yeah. And you've had a practice yesterday. What did you think to this circuit? Is this one that you like?
Yeah, we have to agree with the organizer because it's very hard. We with 35 riders having practice yesterday, and of course it was very short. But most of the riders are very riders with much experience. So I don't think they need so much practice.
Yeah. Well, all the best today, and we'll look out for you.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thanks. Okay, for rerun videos, we meet the promoter. Productions, Rerun Productions. Start again. Okay, for Rerun Productions, we meet the promoter for today's meeting, and I can actually say one of my best friends in the world, Pavel Ruskovic. How have you come to be promoting an ice speedway meeting?
Well, I've been following ice racing, as you know, for years, and to find my friend from Gniezno, Bronisław Hahn, and we decided to run it, and this is slowly growing up now, and some sponsorship, a lot of people, especially from here, from Sanok, local council, you wouldn't believe, they help us so much with everything, and this is good.
But how did you find this track? This track is hundreds of kilometres from your home city in Gniezno.
Yeah, but that's the only one. There's one in Warsaw, there's one up north from Warsaw, which is no sign of speedway at all, and this is the third one. So this was the only chance, but you have Krosno, Rzeszów and Tarnów here, big speedway clubs, and you will see they coming, all the supporters, they coming.
Yeah. And for you, this is, this is a big moment, a promoter. I can see there's a lot of pressure on you. I watch you, and this is an awful lot of pressure for you.
Well, it is. It is a bit of risk as well, financial, because the budget is really like maybe I would say £40,000 to run it. Yeah, but we want this to be really done properly. When we started, we said if we do it right. We don't want to mess around. So we started properly last winter. This is another step. Hopefully World Championship next year, and hopefully Grand Prix in maybe 3 years' time.
And I can't believe we first met in 1990. I can't believe you are now a speedway promoter.
Well, we're getting old now. Yeah, well, some propositions from different places. I'm really stick to Grand Prix series. I'm having an agreement with the Brit BSI, which I'm working for. Well, used to work for, and I hope to work again in the summer. And this is really quite a big achievement and quite a big job for me. So that's why I live it at the moment. We run this one in the winter, have a really good fun in the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I can see you're busy now, so you better go off and organise this meeting.
We've got riders briefing in a minute, and you have to use German, English, and Russian, and sometimes Polish language. So it's a hard job then.
Get on to it.
Right, see ya.
Okay, you are very fortunate now. You're going to be shown the riders briefing. This is something that you will never get to see. This happens behind hidden doors before the meeting, as the riders are all briefed in all the various languages so they can understand the regulations and rules for the meeting. All of the riders have been called into the room, and they will be read the special regulations for the qualifying, and everybody's absolutely sure of the rules before they start the meeting. And so now they are just checking that all of the riders are in the room and are current and present. The promoter is just checking them off. And if you look around, Marian Kreklo has got a steel race bib underneath his bib.
Hey! Number 10, Nikolai Rybakov. 11,
so they're just reading through the riders to check that all are present. So all are given the official instructions by the promotions. The referee tonight is the FIM referee, Wojciech Grodzki, who also referees at the FIM Grand Prix. He does 2 or 3 of the Grand Prix a year at the top level, and he's been selected as the Polish referee for tonight's meeting in Poland. At the moment, the language you can hear in the background is Russian. This is the difficulty of the riders' briefing, the different languages they have to use, so they can all be understood.
Yeah, but yesterday you had 17. That's what the referee said. So who had 17 then?
Yeah. So as we leave the riders to go on, we'll go back into the pits and we'll be able to look with a little bit more space in the pits. Okay, well, we've spoken to quite a few of the riders, and this is actually the medieval machine they ride. This is nothing like we see on a normal speedway track. This is, well, it's a crazy Death Race 2000 machine. On the back wheel, you can see 300 spikes. that give total traction for the racers as they ride, so there's absolutely no sliding on the ice surface. These bikes are all hand built. The frames are uniquely built by the riders in the winter, most of them special engineering teams. They house a 500cc engine. Most of the engines standard Jawa 500cc's, nearly all mounted in the upright, the old-fashioned means of mounting them. The bikes are tremendously heavy. There is no real gain to be made in making the bikes lighter. Massive forks with great big suspensions on because of the buffeting the riders get, and front wheels again with a massive set of spike tyres to give them total traction. If those spikes touch any part of the rider, arm or leg, it shudders to think some of the injuries these guys can get on with. Most of the boys that ride are very old and experienced. We've talked a little bit earlier to Posa Serenius. The man is 59 years old and still competing at the top level. And you can see this is a special bike where they've actually developed the frame actually will be able to be removable so they can get to work at all of the carburettor and engine during the meeting as quick as possible. I'll just drop this down so you can see the finished bike. Okay. And there you see the bike that we'll be riding in tonight's meeting. This is Johnny Tunter's bike from Holland. This is what ice racing is all about. And now over we go, and we'll go to the parade at the start of the opening meeting, the Sanok Cup in Poland.
We most certainly will, Chris, and well, certainly some interesting interviews there, and also look at those machines that they will be riding here this evening in this opening event of the 2008 ice race season here at Sanok. All three meetings we will be bringing to you. We've got the Sanok Cup here this evening, and then tomorrow the European ice racing semi-final. Following on that will be the final on Sunday, and well, there is our man of many clothes, that is Chris Durno, of course, instant recorder here this evening, and where some of the dignitaries out on track who will shortly be introducing the riders for tonight's event. We've got a massive 30 riders out on parade for this opening Sanok Cup, and there is Paweł Pryszkowski, the promoter of this event, and we'll take a look at the lineup. Starting at number 1, of course, that is Frank Zorn. He really is the star of the show here today. The Austrian won the Sanok Cup here last year. We're hoping for a double. Harold Simon at number 2. Jan Klatowski, he rides at number 3. Antonin Klatowski Jr., he rides at number 4. René Stellingwerf of Holland, he rides at number 5. Marianne Kraklau from Germany, he's at 6. Stefan Pleschauscher, he rides at 7, also from Germany. And we're interested for the British viewers and fans here. We got Graham Horsell, he rides at number 8, veteran ice racer, been here for many, many years now. Johnny Terunstra at number 9 from the Netherlands. Nikolai Rybakov at number 10, the first of the Russians. Got a strong Russian contingent in this lineup. At number 11, an ice racing legend, Olof Serenius from Sweden, 59 years young, celebrates his 60th birthday during the World Championships at Assen in March. march. Antti-Akko at number 12 from Finland. We heard some good reports of him.
Na torze na tym klasycznym żużlowym było my już chyba mało, więc przenosi się zimą na lód. Grzegorz Knap, Polska.
Gregorz Knap of Poland is at number 13. Bound to have plenty of support here in this good sized crowd this evening.
Reprezentanta Norwegii, a będzie to Joe Setre.
Joe Setre at number 14 from Norway. Obviously a lot of Scandinavian countries represented in this event.
A teraz już na torach pełnowymiarowych Zdzisław Żerdziński, Polska.
Zidrak Zdziski from Poland. Not in the first flush of youth, but I'm sure he'll enjoy the occasion. Peter Koi, he rides at number 16. Looks like out of the First World War fighter planes, doesn't he? Roman Akamenko at number 17, another Russian rider. They haven't sent their best riders over for this event. The up and coming young racers representing Russia here this evening. Peter Jansson at number 18 from Sweden. Mario Schreiberger at number 19 from Austria. Piotr Hajnowski, he rides at number 20, another Pole in the lineup. Joseph Kreuzberger at number 21 from Austria. Number 22, youngster, that is Sven Holsten of the Netherlands. Johan Lundqvist of Sweden at 23. At number 4 it is Simon Gartman from Czech Republic. Number 25, getting down towards the end of the lineup now. Dmitry Shushkin, he rides at number 25 from Germany. Johnny Supanin at number 26 from Finland. Reni Arasev from Russia at 27. And at number 28, Reni Verhev from the Netherlands, and the two reserves. Well, we've got Mark Uzzell from, well, he's British, but he's based in Sweden, formerly of Swindon. But he lives in Sweden these days, and Ulug Dusav is the other reserve. So that's how the lineup looks. We've got 24 races to bring you here this evening. We've got the old Grand Prix system where two riders go through and two go out in most races as it gets to the crunch stages as we get ready for heat number 1 then. Two rides, if you finish third and fourth, that is it, you are out of the Sanok Cup for 2008. As the crowd was still coming through the turnstiles, we get ready then for the opener, and this one which sees Gregorz Knap coming out in red. Piotr Hajnowski is in blue, Joseph Kreuzberger is in white, and Reni Verhoef is in yellow. And well, in fact, as you can see there, Piotr Hajnowski, well in fact it is Mark Uzzell who has taken the place of Piotr in this one. Hajnowski, well, he's unable to get to the start line in time. He was excluded under 2 minutes, and I'm afraid Mark Uzzell is going to be excluded as well for tape touching. There is the blue exclusion light on for him. So unfortunate for him, because this circuit normally used as a speed skating circuit. And in fact, Piotr Hajnowski, he has been allowed to come back out for the restart of heat number 1 as the race gets underway and into the first bend, and it is Jules Knapp. This is our first ever view of ice racing that Rerun Productions have filmed, and well, it certainly is pretty spectacular as you can see, and it is Knapp who leads the way. He's held in front, and he's building up a pretty good lead as well from the rider in yellow in second place. That is Reni Verhoef from the Netherlands in third spot. we've got Joseph Kreuzberger and Pietro Hajnowski. He's in last position, but as you can see, well, look at the lead that Knapp has opened up, and this will put him through to heat number 7, and Rennie Verhoff, it looks like he's going to go through to heat number 6. The two riders at the back, where they are going to have to go into an elimination heat, as Knapp is going to take a very comfortable win here in the opening race. Verhoff is going to get to second place. Third spot, it's pretty tight in fact. It is Kreuzberger who just gets third ahead of Hajnowski. So the pole, he wins heat number 1, and so he will be going through to race number 7. Excellent start for him, and played many poles in the crowd. We're right down in the southeast corner of Poland. We're only about 35 kilometres from Ukraine. We are down in very far down in Poland. As we come on to heat number 2, then Joe Sietri comes out in red, Mario Schreisberger, he comes out in blue, Sven Holsten in white, and Rene Alexev is the rider in yellow. As they go down into that third and fourth bend, and it's the rider in yellow, that is Alexev, who leads the way. One of the Russians riding here this evening, he's out in front. Second place we got Mario Scherberger, he's in second place. Holsten is back in third with Joe Sietra from Norway. He's struggling somewhat in this one. There is the Russian who looks in control here. Steiger, it is in second place. The Austrian, but he is being challenged by Holsten. They're on the final lap, as Holsten, he's trying to make a move, wants to avoid elimination heat in his next outing, but that's what he's looked set for at the moment, as the Russian wins it too. He goes straight through to heat number 5. Second place, that is the Austrian Mario Schweiger. Third spot to Sven Holsten, with Joe Sietra struggling at the back, the Norwegian. So he's got an elimination heat in race number 8. As we come on to heat number 3 then, and the lineup for this one, it sees the veteran Paul Zidvac Zadzinski, he comes out in red, Peter Janssen in blue, Johan Lundqvist in white, and Joni Seppänen in yellow as the race starts. And a great start that by Peter Janssen, the Swede. He's out in front, but watch who the rider in yellow, that is Joni Seppänen. He's come around the outside to move through in the first place. Janssen, well, he's dropping back a little bit now, as Lundqvist, well, he moves up into second place ahead of his fellow countrymen. They go down the back straight. The pole, Zadzinski, he's at the back, but out in front, well, it is Lundqvist who leads the way. Oh, sorry, it is Seppänen who leads the way. Lundqvist is putting him under pressure. They go down the back straight for the final time. That was very tight indeed, but it is still Seppänen the Finn who's out in front. Is he going to be able to hold on for the victory as they start the final lap? It is still Joni Seppänen who leads the way from Johan Lundqvist in second place. Johan, well, he's making a big move here around the outside. It's going to be a race to the line. He's going to cut back on the inside. It's going to be tight, and well, in fact, that was very close indeed. And we're going to have to wait for the referee's verdict on that one to see who took the victory. But that was a close finish to heat number 3. Some good action in that one. You can see again here as Peter Janssen, well, he makes the start, but well, he's struggled thereafter as Seppänen, well, he came through into first place, and then it was Lundqvist who got through as well. And in fact, Lundqvist, well, he did go on to win the race right on the line, so good win there for the Swede. we come on to heat number 4 then. Peter Cohey, he comes out in red. Roman Akamenko is in blue. Simon Gartman in white, and Dmitry Shechin, he's in yellow from Germany, and well, it is the rider in blue, that is Akamenko, who leads the way. The race is coming thick and fast here in Sanok, but it is Roman Akamenko, probably the best of the Russian riders according to the reports. It is he who's out in first place, and look at the lead he's built up as well. Huge lead over Dmitry Shechin in second place, the German in third spot. That's the rider in red from Sweden, Peter Coy, with Simon Gartman at the back. So it is going to be Akamenko who's going to go straight through to heat number 7 after a victory. A very emphatic win as well for him. Second place goes to Dmitry Shechin. Third spot to Simon Gartman from Czech Republic, with Peter Koyi. He finishes in fourth place, so he's got an elimination race coming up in heat number 8. The opening set of races having been run then. The big stars, well, they join the action in heat number 11 onwards, as the tractors are out, the snow ploughs. Certainly don't see this in British Speedway too often, but it really was, it's been great for us to come here to film this Sanok Cup as we move on to heat number 5 then, and this is an elimination heat. The bottom last 2 riders will be going home or going up to the bar to watch the rest of the event. We've got Joseph Kreuzberger, he comes out in red. Peter Janssen is in blue. Joe Sietra is in white. Peter Koyi is in yellow. The race is underway, and where is the rider in yellow? That is Peter Koyi, who leads away from Sweden. So it looks like he's going to continue in this event. He's out in front from Peter Janssen in second place, fellow Swede in third spot. We've got Joe Sietra from Norway, with Joseph Kreuzberger from the Netherlands. He's at the back, although Kreuzberger, well, now he's making a move on Sietra, and it's getting very tight for second, third and fourth position. So the last 2 will be the first ones eliminated here this evening. It looks like it's going to be the Norwegian and the Dutchman at the moment, as Peter Koyi, he's on his way to an easy win here in race number 5. Finished last in heat 4, but he's going to come straight back and take victory in heat number 5. All eyes are on that battle for second place, who will be going through to join him and stay in the Sanok Cup. Peter Janssen, he just takes second spot ahead of Joseph Kreuzberger in third, with Joe Sietra eliminated at the back alongside Kreuzberger. And well, there is Peter Koyi. He will go through to heat number 9, which is another elimination race. In fact, 3 will be going out in heat number 9 as we look down at the programme. Slightly different format than the Grand Prix system that was used for Speedway for several seasons, but still going to see some cut thrust action, no doubt, as we move on to heat number 6. Another 2 will be eliminated in this one. Sven Holsten, Simon Gartman, Pietro Hajnowski and Zizab Zadinsky. They're the 4 riders in this heat, and it is the rider in blue, Simon Gartman from the Czech Republic, who leads the way. But Sven Holsten, the young Dutchman, has come through in the first place, and he leads the way with Gartman in second place. But these 2 look pretty safe in first and second, and this will see them go through to heats 9 and 10 respectively, with Hajnowski and Zadinsky. It looks like those 2 will be eliminated at this stage. Heat number 6, there's Holsten. Well, he still leads the way, only finished third in heat number 2, but looks as if he's on his way to victory here. Simon Gartman is challenging, but We're on with the final lap flag being shown. There's still some 3 or 4 bike lengths between the pair of them. As young Sven, he's going to take the win. The Dutchman holds on. Second place, fast finishing Simon Gartman with Zadzinski, where he's going to take third place, but well, we won't see him again this evening, nor will we see Pietra Hudnowski. He's also bids farewell, but Sven Holston and Simon Gartman, they will continue in heats 9 and 10. We move on to heat number 7, and probably the best of the poles in action here this evening. Gregor's Knapp, he comes out in red. In blue we got Lundqvist from Sweden. Mario Schweiger is in white. Dmitry Shechin is in yellow, and in fact it is the rider in red. That is George Knapp, Gregor's Knapp, who leads the way from Dmitry Shechin in second place. And in actual fact, Lundqvist is a non-starter in this one, so he will be going out of the event. Mario Schweiger, well, he will be going through. There's only one elimination in this race, but it is Gregor's Knapp who leads the way. On heat number 1, and he's going to take a second victory here. Really comfortably out in front. Dmitry Shechin, the Russian, the German, he's in second place with Mario Schweiger, the Austrian, back in third. So no Lundqvist in this one, the Swede not making it out. Johan Lundqvist not coming out for this one, so I'm afraid he has been eliminated. Rather tough luck on him, but well, that's the end of his participation. As Shechin, well, he's delighted with his second place, the German, but it is Gregor's Knapp who wins the race, and he goes through to heat number 11, where Frankie Zorn will be waiting for him. We move on to heat number 8 then, and this one it sees Rene Alexev coming out in red. Fellow Russian Roman Akamenko is in blue, Rene Verhoff is in white, and Yohani Sepanin is in yellow. The race is underway, and well, it is the two Russians in first and second. Here comes Akamenko on the inside of Alexev, and he's moved past him into first place. It's very tight between the two riders though, as they come past us. Hope you're enjoying these low down views we're bringing to you. So it's great for us to be here in Poland to bring you this action from the 2008 Sanok Cup, as the two Russians, well, they're leading the way. The main race really will be for third place, because the rider that finishes at the back will be eliminated. Sepanin at the moment, well, he's in that third place. Verhoff, the Dutchman, he's in last position. They're on the final lap, and it's the two Russians who lead the way. Akamenko, he's now built up a big lead over Alexev in second place, with Sepanin in third. Looks like he's going to go through to heat number 10 as Akamenko. He will go straight through to heat number 12 following that victory. And we can see again here two Russians fighting out the lead, but it was Akamenko who came through into first place. Some good action in that one. So we go on to heat number 9 then, and this one, eliminations. 3 riders will be eliminated for this one. We've got Mario Schweiger coming out in red, Rene Alexev is in blue, in white it is Peter Koigi from Sweden, and Simon Gartman from the Czech Republic is out in yellow. So only one rider will be making it through to continue in the meeting in heat number 14 at the moment, where it looks like it's the Swede, that is Peter Koigi. He is out in first place from Rene Alexev in second spot. Third place, it is Mario Schweiger from Austria, and Simon Gartner from the Czech Republic. They're struggling at the back in this heat, but it looks like the Swede, well, he's going to be able to continue. He leads the way, although he's being put under a lot of pressure from Alexev. So one of the Russians could be going out here as they're on the final lap, and it is the Swede Peter Koyi who leads the way from Alexev in second place. It's getting very tight indeed. They're on the final lap. Alexev, well, he's going to try one last desperate attempt up the inside, and well, he just can't quite get there. Koyi, well, he's delighted with that win, so he should be beating the Russian to make it through to heat number 14. An excellent ride that was by him, and we'll see again the end to this race. And Alexev, well, he knew he had to take one last attempt here on the inside, but it wasn't quite enough. As Koyi, well, he raises his arm aloft in victory onto heat number 10 then, and this one Yoni Seppelin comes out in red, Dmitry Chechin, he's in blue, Sven Holsten in white, Peter Janssen is in yellow. Again, only one rider will be going through from this elimination race, and at the moment it looks like it is Dmitry Chechin from Germany. He leads the way, with Sven Holsten is moving through into second place. Yoni Seppelin is in third. Peter Janssen, well, it looks like he's going to go out as well in this one, as the riders come round to start the final lap then. And it is Dmitry Chechin who's held in front, riding mid-track at the moment, but he's got a good lead over Holsten in second place, as they come across with in fact one more lap to go. Of course, it was a lap early in that one. And it is Chechin who leads the way. He's going to continue through here. We come out in heat number 13, where he faces three of the big guns, three of the seeded riders, but he has made it through the elimination heats up to this stage. He wins it. We say goodbye to Sven Holsten in second place. Third spot goes to Yoni Seppelin, with Peter Janssen. Well, he also falls at this stage. So 10 heats of the 2008 Sanok Cup have been completed, and now we see one of the favourites for the title, last year's winner, Frankie Zorn. Just look at that machine that he is sat astride. Really is a fantastic piece of machinery. He comes out in red in this one. Graham Horsell with his machinery not quite up to the standard of Frankie. Of course, sponsorship very difficult to come through for Graham. In white in this one, Gregor's Knapp, who has made it through to this stage. Johnny Trinstra, he comes out in yellow. The race is underway, and well, it is Frankie Zorn who leads as they go down the back straight from Knapp, moving through in the second place ahead of Trinstra in third spot, with Graham Horsell. Well, he's struggling in this race. He's at the back. This one, well, it is not an elimination race. All these riders, three of them, of course, it is their first outing of the evening. As Frankie's on, look at that style. He leads the way. Finished fifth in each of the Grand Prix last year. In fact, there's problems there with Knapp, and he almost comes down, but he's just managed to stay upright. He's holding on to that second place, being put under pressure though by the Dutchman, Johnny Trinstra, with Graham Horsell representing Great Britain in fourth place in this one. It looks as if Zorn is going to go straight through to heat number 17, as he wins the race comfortably in that one. Second spot goes to George Knapp. Good second place for him, or Gregor's Knapp we should say. Third spot to Johnny Trinstra. Graham Horsell at the back. Graham will have to come out in heat number 18. Oh, sorry, in fact he will be out in heat number 16. an elimination race. Heat number 12, Harold Simon comes out in red, Stefan Pleshasha comes out in blue, Roman Akamenko is in white, and Nikolai Rybakov is in yellow. The race is underway, and it is Akamenko who is setting out his stall here. He leads as they come round to complete lap number 1. Second place at the moment, it is Harold Simon from Austria. Good race going on for third between Nikolai Rybakov and Stefan Pleshasha, who from Germany. But out in front, it is Akamenko, who's got a big lead at the moment from Harold Simon in second place. Simon, in fact, he finished second behind Frankie Zorn here last year. It was run over 2 days, the Sanok Cup in 2007, so just 1 day to this year, what with the European semi-finals and finals coming up over the next couple of days. But it is Akamenko who wins that in good style. No Russians competed here last year, but they're certainly making their presence felt in 2008 as Akamenko, well, he wins that in good style. Second place goes to Harold Simon. Third spot to Nikolai Rybakov, with Stefan Pleshasha finishing at the back. We come on to heat number 13. Jan Kwiatkowski is the rider in red in this one. In blue is Marion Kreklaw. In white, the legend that is Per Olive Serenius, and Dmitry Sheshin, he comes out in yellow. The race is underway, and Serenius, well, he's made a dreadful start there, and he's given away yards at the start, or meters we should say, being in Europe. But it is the rider in red, that is Jan Kwiatkowski, who finished third last year in this event. He leads the way. It's getting pretty tight out in front. Cheshin is in second place. In third spot, well, here comes Serenius. He's moved through now ahead of Marion Kreklaw into third place. It's tied up in front though, as Kwiatkowski, he still leads the way. Watch here for Serenius. He's closing in. He got off to an awful start, but he's catching the other riders. In fact, well, he's making a move here down the back straight, and he may come through in the first place. A brilliant ride by the Swedish veteran. In fact, he's now come through into first place from last to first. What brilliant racing by the Swede. And he's on his way to victory. Perhaps he was just giving him a bit of a head start, and he's going to take the win. Serenius, he takes first place. Second spot goes to Kwiatkowski, with Dmitry Shechin coming through into third. Brilliant racing by Per Olive Serenius. And we can see again here as Kwiatkowski, well, he led the way, but watch here, Serenius, he'd already picked off Kreklaw, and then he finds a way past Chechin and Kwiatkowski to move through in the first place. A brilliant race win by Per Olive. He moves through to heat number 17, where he will meet Frankie Zorn. So exciting action to come in that one, no doubt. On to heat number 14, and the lineup for this one, we've got René Stellingworth. He comes out in, is Antonin Kwiatkowski Jr. comes out in red. René Stellingworth is in blue. Antiako is in white. Peter Koji is in yellow, and it is the rider in white, that is Antiako, who leads the way. He's out in front. In this one, not an elimination race, but it is the flying fin. Antiako, who leads the way. Second place at the moment, it is Antonin Kwiatkowski Jr. from the Czech Republic. Riders a bit spaced out in this one. René Stellingworth is in third position. With Peter Koyi at the back. Looks like he's going to have to go through to the very next race, heat 15 for an elimination race, as Antiaco, he crosses the line with a wheelie. Second place goes to Kotowski Jr. And third position to Stellingwerf with Koi at the back, so we'll be seeing him again shortly. Heat number 15, but Antiaco, well, he wins it. He goes straight through to heat 18.
Jeszcze tam, jak widzimy, trwają prace na torze, jeszcze są
helpers at the track staff out on track, just clearing away some of the loose ice. So a very good sized crowd has turned up for this meeting. Pretty chilly, must be said, which you would expect, I suppose, for ice race meeting. But a good attendance. I'm sure there's going to be more here for the weekend as well. Sunday's meeting, well, that will be covered by Polish TV, a live broadcast from TV station as we move on to heat number 15, and this one, well, it is an elimination race. Two riders that will be going home. We've got Johnny Tunstra of the Netherlands, Dimitri Shechin from Germany, Stefan Paschauer from Germany as well, and Peter Koyi. And the race, well, it is underway, and it is the rider in blue and red who lead the way, and it is Tunstra who has come through into first place. Shechin is in second. Third spot at the moment, it is Peter Koyi, and well, both he and Stefan Paschauer will be going out as it stands at the moment. So two riders will be eliminated from heat number 15 as they come round past us for the end of lap number 2, and it is the Dutchman Tunstra who leads the way. And in second place, that's where most eyes are resting on. Shechin is in second spot at the moment. Koyi, the Swede, who's done well to get through this far, having started off pretty poorly with the last place in heat number 4. Well, he is going to go out of the Sanok Cup in heat number 15 as he finishes in third place. Paschauer, well, he's also gone out at this stage, but Tunstra, the winner of the race, and Dimitri Shechin, well, they will be going through to heats 19 and 20. Getting towards the business end of the meeting now. We come on to heat 16 then. Alexei Rybakov comes out in red. Rennie Stellingwerf is in blue. Graham Horsell is in white. Martin Kreklaw is the rider in yellow. The race is underway, and it is Rybakov who leads the way as they go down the back straight from Stellingwerf in second place. So the Russian out in front from the Dutchman in second place, with Kreklaw in third. It's getting pretty tight though as they come round, and in fact, well, incredible incident there is the front wheel of the Russian. Well, it's come off of the machine, and well, that looked like a front fault failure. That really was quite incredible, and well, that is something we have never ever filmed before. Obviously we've never filmed ice racing, but to see an incident like that, that really was amazing. And well, we're going to have to take another look at this one. Watch here as Alexei Rybakov, well, he's out in front. He comes out of the bend, he's being challenged by Stellingwerf, but watch there, and have you ever seen anything like that? As the front wheel, of course, full of spikes, those 3-inch spikes going through, and we're going bouncing down the track. Let's take another look. Hopefully there's no crowd down there. We'll take a look from our camera on the third bend, and you can see here as Rybakov, well, he's leading the way, and I'm sure this has never happened to him before. You can see there's definitely some sort of malfunction there, and as he hits the ice, watches his front wheel, and it goes into that fence, and thankfully it manages to stay back this side on the track. And well, Rybakov, in fact, well, he's just been taken away for treatment. Well, that was an amazing incident, something we have never ever seen anything remotely like it at all. And well, the bike that's going to be brought back on a pallet, it looks like there, as you can see. That's the way they take machines. They're very, very heavy, these bikes, as Chris Durno explained to you before the start of the meeting when he had a look around one. But well, that was some
Rybak żegna się w ten sposób z turniejem dzisiejszym Ice Racing Sanok Cup.
Rybakov, where he did get back to his feet, so hopefully his injuries are not too serious. He has been excluded as being the cause of the stoppage. See the red light on there, but his bike is coming back in 2 parts, and there certainly was some malfunction. The front forks fitting, and his front wheel just gave way, and that really was quite amazing. As we come on to the rerun then of heat number 16. So Rybakov, well, unfortunately that's the end of his Sanok Cup. He was leading, of course, and he would have made it through to heat number 19 or 20. He was in first place ahead of Stellingwerf, but well, that's the end for the Russian, and it is Stellingwerf who leads the way now from Krekor in second place. Martin Krekor in second. Graham Horsell is back in third, but it looks like his meeting is going to end here as Stellingwerf, the Dutchman, he is out in first place. He's going to make it through to heat number 20. He'll be delighted with the way it's going for him. Everyone's still in something of a daze over what they have just seen. Can't really quite believe their eyes as Stellingwerf, he's going to take the win and then gets through to heat number 19 as he wins the race. Second place that goes to Martin Krekor, third spot to Graham Horsell, but he is eliminated at this stage, so is Alexei Rybakov, unlucky Russian. As the Dutchman and the German, well, they continue through to heats 19 and 20, onto heat number 17. The unmistakable figure there of Frank Zorn, he comes out off gate number 1. Bert Serenius is off gate number 2. Harold Seaman finished second, of course, to Zorn in this last year, he's off 3. And Antonin Klotowski Jr., he comes out off gate number 4. High quality field this one. Klotowski, he finished 4th last season, but out of the start it is Zorn who leads the way. He's in first place. In second spot it is Serenius as they come down the back straight and into that third bend. It is Zorn who's out in front. Serenius in second place. Harold Seaman is in third. Klotowski is at the back, but it is Frankie Zorn who leads the way. A win here will put him through to heat number 21, and then that'll be just one race away from the A final. He leads at the end of lap number 2. Frank, well, he finished in 5th place in all the Grand Prix last season. Finished first in each of the B finals. Couldn't quite break the dominance of the Russians, so they haven't sent the best Russians over here to this meeting, but who knows, they may be here next season. They've got big plans of the promoters here, and also the mayor of Sanok, the whole of Sanok have been very accommodating in allowing this event to take place here, and it's certainly proving to be a big success. Success there for Frankie Zorn in heat number 17. He wins it. Serenius finishes second. He goes through to heat number 22. Zorn goes through to heat 21. Harold Seaman, well, he's going to have to go through to elimination heat, race number 19. And Antonin Klotowski Jr., well, he's out in heat number 20, which is also an elimination race. As we move on to heat 18, Roman Akamenko comes out in red, Antiako is in blue, Gregor's Knapp is in white, and Jan Klotowski is the rider in yellow, heat number 18. Oh, a bit of movement there at the start by Knapp, and he's missed out at the start, but to Antiako, he most certainly is not. He leads the way from Akamenko in second place. In third spot it is Knapp with Jan Klotowski in 4th place in this one. Again, this heat, well, it is not an elimination race, so they will be going through to have one more chance. Those that are in third and fourth in this one. A couple of laps down, 2 to go, and out in front it is Antiako who leads the way from Akamenko in second place, with Knapp still holding on to third ahead of Kotowski. That looks as if it's the way it's going to the finish, as Akko, he's still out in front. He's looking as if he could challenge Frankie Zorn here this evening for this title. Well, he didn't ride here last year, so his first meeting on this circuit. He wins it with a wheelie. Akamenko finishes in second place. Gregor's Knapp is in third. Kotowski at the back. So he and Gregor's Knapp will have to go into those heats number 19 and 20, the elimination races. But Akko, well, he's straight through to heat number 21, and that we'll discover whether he'll be in the B or A final after that race. Good win by the Finn. We come on to heat number 19 then, and this is an elimination race. Johnny Tunstra, he comes out in red. Marion Kraklau is in blue. Harold Simon from Austria in white. Jan Kotowski, 2 on the trot, he comes out in yellow. So the top 2 riders will continue in the meeting. The bottom 2 in this race will be going home. Or well, in fact, of course, not going home, because they will be riding here tomorrow and Sunday as well, some of them, as the race is well underway. And it is Kraklau who leads the way from Harold Seaman in second place. Here comes the rider in red, Johnny Tunstra on the inside. The Dutchman is challenging as they go down the back straight. It's very tight indeed. And when in fact the rider in white, that is Harold Seaman, he's come through in the first place. And watch here as Jan Kotowski, well, he's got through in the second place. And Harold and Johnny Tunstra, well, he's had problems there. And a fall in heat number 19. And well, that was an exciting race in that one. And we're going to have to take another look at that one. And you can see here how Kraklau, well, he lost his place as the rider in yellow, that is Jan Kotowski, charges through. And we did send Johnny Tunstra out very wide indeed, but the red light is on in fact. And well, it will be an exclusion for Johnny. Unfortunate perhaps for him, but normally it is the case, the rider that is causes the stoppage, normally it's they that are excluded. And Tunstra, well, he's not happy at the referee here this evening. He's just made his feelings known to him, but I'm afraid he is out. So just 3 riders for the rerun of heat number 19. Just so Tunstra, well, he is out of the Sanok Cup. Who will join him? We'll soon find out, as heat number 19 is about to get underway. The tapes fly up out of the start, and Marion Kraklau rather, he's made a good start. He leads the way. Harold Simon in second place, runner-up here last year, and he's in runner-up position in heat number 19 at the moment. Third place, it is Jan Kotowski, who finished also on the rostrum in 2007, but he's not going to get any further if he cannot find a way past either of the 2 riders in front of him, as the German Marion Kraklau, he leads the way from Harold Simon in second place. Kotowski, well, he's seeing if he can get through into that second spot, and in fact, well, he's found a way past on the inside. Can Simon come back on the inside of him? Not at the moment. It is still Marion Kraklau who leads the way with the race for second place being very tight indeed. There's all sorts of problems there, as Simon, well, he's come through from third place and he could be taking the victory. Exciting heat number 19 as Harold Simon, well, they left that very late indeed, but he gets up into first place, from third to first on that final lap. Marion Kraklau finishes in second, with the unlucky Jan Kotowski, where he goes out of the Sanok Cup, having finished third in that one. Take another look here, you can see there as Kraklau, well, he gets problems, and then Harold Simon, well, he almost has Kotowski off, and well, he then comes through on the inside of the German to take the victory. Ruthless riding there, and Kwiatkowski, well, I think he may well have had a spike in his leg there, a few spikes from that incident involving Harold Simon. Certainly was very tight indeed down that back straight, and well, he ends up having to take an ambulance ride, I think, back to the pits after that incident involving the Austrian, and well, indeed we don't like to see that at all. Spikes on those bikes are so sharp. Last thing you want, we come on to heat number 20, another elimination race. We got Rennie Stellingwerf coming out in red from the Netherlands, Dmitry Chechin from Germany, Gregors Knapp from Poland, and Antonin Kwiatkowski Jr. from the Czech Republic. The race is underway. Who will be going through to the final few races? Well, it's very tight there. There's all sorts of problems there. And well, the rider in yellow, Kwiatkowski, he's well, the race in fact has been stopped. A rather ragged start to that one. And well, there is the rider in red, that is Rennie Stellingwerf. We can see again here out of the start and take a look and see what happens as Stellingwerf, will he, in fact, he's had engine failure there as you can see, engine failure, so that's caused the problems. So unfortunately for the Dutchman, that's the end of his participation this evening. You see the start marshal there with his spikes on, giving some grip. As we get ready then for the run of heat number 20. 3 riders only, 1 will be eliminated as the race, well, it is underway, and it is the rider in blue, that is Dmitry Chechin, who leads the way from Kwiatkowski Jr. Anthony Kwiatkowski Jr. in second place with Gregors Knapp. Well, he could be going out at this stage. He's back in third position as Kwiatkowski, well, he's moved through into first place. Chechin is in second position. The many fans here, many polls of course, and they'll be urging on Gregors Knapp, and well, in fact Knapp, well, he's making a move here on the inside, and he's found a way past Chechin into second place, so it looks as if he is going to continue. A great ride that by the pole, and he's moved through into second position, and this will be enough to see him go through to the next race, heat number 21, as the rider in blue, Chechin, well, he's losing control at the back, but it is going to be Antonin Kwiatkowski Jr. So he finished in 4th place here 12 months ago. Can he finish on the rostrum this year? And he's doing well. He's made it through to the final 2 races, which will determine who goes through to the A and B final. And well, what a great wheelie there by Kwiatkowski. Fantastic wheelie by him as he takes the victory, and we'll be seeing him out in race number 22 as the fans, well, they've had plenty to do between races to keep warm, or to try to, with all the names to be put into the programme. Plenty of Austrian support for Frank Zorn, and well, he comes out in heat number 22. So the top 2 in this one will be going through to the A final. The bottom 2 will be going through to the B final. So we've got Gregors Knapp coming out in red, Frankie Zorn is in blue, with Roman Akamenko in white and Harold Seaman in yellow. The race is underway, and Zorn it is who made the start. Problems there for Akamenko, and he's dropped to the back. Gregors Knapp is in second place. Harold Seaman is in third. Akamenko, well, he's going to have to work his way through the field if he's going to get through, having made that mistake on the first lap, and in fact, well, he is closing in on Harold Seaman, and he's come past him into third spot. Now he's found a way past Gregors Knapp as well. Knapp, well, it looks as if he may have made the A final, but unfortunately no, he's back in third place now, and this will see him have to contest the B final. He's having a battle there with Harold Seaman, who doesn't look as if he's going to make it through to the A final either. Frankie Zorn most certainly is though. He really does look a class above here this evening. He leads the way on that heavily sponsored machine of his, and it certainly is very fast as well. as he's going to come round and take his third straight victory. He wins that in good style. Second place goes to Akamenko, who had to work his way through, and he did so in superb fashion, having had problems on that first bend, but he came back brilliantly to get past the two riders, Gregor Knapp and Harold Simon. So we got two of the finalists, known Zorn and Akamenko. Who will be the other two, we'll find out shortly. As the riders, well, they are at the start line in for heat number 22. Per-Ulf Serenius comes out in red. In blue it is Antonin Kotowski Jr. Antiako is in white. Marian Kreklo, who's done well to make it through this stage, he's in yellow. As the race is underway and into bend number 1, well, it looks as if it's that Antiako is going to come around to lead the way. He does down the back straight. The Finn is out in first place. Serenius has moved through into second place. The wily old fox, he's in second position. In third place, well, that is the rider in blue. That is Antonin Kotowski Jr. with Kraklau. Well, he's a bit out of this one, but it is Akko who leads the way, and this will see him go through to the A final. What an A final that promises to be. Akko, well, he's just losing control there slightly, but he's still holding on to his huge lead from Serenius in second place. Kotowski and Kreklau, well, they finish in third and fourth in this one. They are at the moment, as Akko, well, he's on the final lap, going down the back straight. He's going to take the win. What an A final lineup we've got coming up shortly. As Antiako, well, he wins it. Serenius, well, he's quite happy to stay in second place. Third spot, that goes to Kotowski with Kreklau at the back. So we now know the 4 finalists, and well, what a heat that promises to be. As Akko, well, he's wins that in great style. And well, in fact, as you can see, the time there, it's meeting started at 7 o'clock. It is now nearly 22:11 local time, and well, the organisers, they have decided to dispense with the B final. The time running very late indeed, and it's been decided to go straight to the A final. So we will be going straight into that event. There it is. There's the lineup. Akamenko from Russia, Antiako, Per-Ulf Serenius, and Frankie Zorn. Zorn, well, if he's going to win this for the second year in a row, he's going to have to make a good start from the outside. So we've got Roman Akamenko off gate number 1, the Russian. Off gate number 2, the Finn. Antiako, gate number 3, sees the Swede. That is Per-Ulf Serenius. And from the outside, the Austrian, which is Frankie Zorn. So heat number 24, we hope you've enjoyed what we brought you, our first ever ice race meeting. As the final is about to get underway, the tapes fly up. And who's made the all-important start? Well, it is Antiako who's made a good start off at gate number 2. He leads the way. Zorn is making a move around the outside, but it is Akko who leads the way at the moment. Zorn in second place. Akamenko is in third. Serenius at the back. They come around a complete lap number 1. And in fact, Zorn, well, he's now moved through in the first place ahead of Antiako, who's back in second. Akko trying to come back on the outside. But Frankie Zorn, well, his machinery certainly looks that little bit quicker than Akko's here in this one. He leads the way. Akamenko is back in third. Serenius, well, it looks like he's going to have to settle for 4th place in the A final, the 2008 Sanok Cup. As Zorn, well, he's on his way to victory. Really, he's made to fight hard on that first lap, but he pulled his way past Akko into first place. They're going down the back straight for the final time. And it looks as if it's going to be a victory for the Austrian. He won this meeting last year over 2 meetings, and he's going to win it over 1 here tonight. He takes the A final. Second place goes to Akko. Third spot to Akamenko with Serenius at the back. So there is the familiar wheelie from the 2008 Sanok Cup champion, Frank Zorn from Austria. Congratulations to him. They did have to fight hard though to take the victory. Here he comes down the home straight as well. Great wheelie celebration from the Austrian, saying he's got plenty of his supporters there, and we're absolutely mad. Not wearing anything on their chest there. As Frankie, well, he celebrates that win, but most certainly was made to fight very hard in that final with Antiaco making the start. But then he managed to get the better of him at the end of lap number 1 and going around to receive the applause once again from his Austrian supporters, very popular here in Sanok, and making his way back to the pits ahead of the presentation. We're taking another look out of the start, and you can see here how Akko, well, he made a great start and he led the way, and then here comes Zorn on the inside. Akko's holding that outside line, but Frankie, well, he just had enough speed coming off of that fourth bend. A great turn there by the Austrian, and it was enough to see him through into first place. He just eased aside Anti to take the victory. I'm sure he's told that we're obviously delighted with the win for Zorn. And well, there he is, the charismatic Austrian. The Red Bull Girls, sponsors of the meeting here, and also of Frankie personally. So he has got plenty of sponsors, as we are going to have the presentations now. We've got the B finalists, well, what would have been the B finalists didn't take place, of course, due to the lateness of the meeting, but where there's going to be the presentations to Harold Simon, to Marion Krecklaw, I think that's Marion on the right there, Harold Simon, Antonin Kotowski Jr. as well. Very impressive glassware, as you can see. And Gregor's Knapp, he also gets his award. So they're the 4 riders that would have contested the B final, but that was cancelled. And well, ahead we got the presentation to the A finalists, as Knapp, he just receives his trophy. And I think that is Antonin Kotowski. Just waiting there then for the A finalists, and here they come. Olive Serenius, so 59 years old, the fireman from Sweden, and well, great effort by him. He won't be racing over the weekend, just a one-off meeting for him, and I'm sure he's pleased to have finished in 4th place. And just taking a look there, certainly got many trophies over his very long career. 3rd place, well, that goes to Akamenko, of course, Roman Akamenko from Russia, and we'll be delighted with that. We will be seeing him racing tomorrow in the European Championship, the semi-final. And well, there he is, the young Russian, finishing on the rostrum. So first time the Russians have ridden here at Sanok. And to finish on the rostrum is a great effort by one of them. 2nd place, so that does go to the Finn Antiaco, very popular amongst his fellow riders, the youngster. Receiving his award from Pavel. must be pleased the way the meeting has gone here this evening. So just a little bit on the long side, hence the B final hasn't been cancelled, but they've had a few problems with the track grading. And now, of course, it just leaves us to have the presentation to the winner. And there he is between Sirenius and Akko. Frankie Zorn from Austria, the 2008 Sanok Cup champion. Well done to him, so he retains his title. Absolutely delighted with that, so he should be. And of course both he and Antti and Roman will all be racing here tomorrow in the European semi-final. And well, certainly think all three of them should qualify as well through to the final on Sunday. And just handshakes there from the sponsors and dignitaries here this evening. So a great win there for the Austrian. He holds his trophies aloft. And well, we're going to have a few words with some of the participants here this evening. And Chris Durno, well, he's come down from his job as the incident recorder in the referee's box. And he's going to have a few words as the photographers are getting their photographs. Very popular, of course, ice racing here on the continent. The riders still posing for the photographs. Chris Durno, well, he's lurking somewhere. There is Pavel. He'll be very pleased indeed the way the opening event has gone, and the crowd as well. Good sized crowd for a Friday evening. And well, here is Chris with Gregor's net.
Okay, a little bit happy?
Be happy. Is problem bike.
Yeah. But for Polish rider, very good. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just 1 year training, 1 year.
Nie rozumiem.
Yeah. Well, we hope we can see some more action tomorrow. All the best. Well done.
Tomorrow no start.
Yeah.
Sunday. Start.
Okay. Well done.
Dzięki.
Well, Antti, so close.
Yeah.
Just missed out.
Yeah, Frankie was faster today, and maybe too much outside driving against him.
But have you learnt enough for your bikes to set up for the European Championship now?
Yeah, but I hope the ice will be better tomorrow. It was very much snow on the ice.
Yeah, I heard the riders were asking for the snow to get cleared off.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep your bike on a good line. It's sliding all the time.
Yeah. But second place, not bad. That's a nice little trophy.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Yeah.
All the best then. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Franz. That really went to clockwork. That was a fantastic meeting. Your bike looked set up very well, very, very fast. But you had to work in that final.
Yeah, it was very hard in the final. So I have the yellow position, and it's complete outside. So you must have a very good start. But I've not the best start, but I try my best and give in each corner full gas. So yeah, I can win this race.
And the track was a little bit difficult, broke up towards the end.
Yeah, it's the ice was not bad. It was a little bit bumpy, but it's gonna be very much speed.
Yeah. And now you think European champion as well?
Yeah, we try. So tomorrow a little bit work on the bike. Team was fantastic work today. Maybe we can win again.
Yeah. Very happy man then?
Yeah, now very happy.
All the best then.
Okay,
well
thanks.
done.
Thanks, bye.
So there you go. Frankie Zorn has taken that meeting. So from Rerun Productions, it's good night from Frankie Zorn and from SCB referee Chris Durno, attempting to be an announcer for a while. Good night.